The coronavirus COVID-19 caused a drastic change in our lives, our businesses, our jobs, and for many of us, unfortunately, took the life of our loved ones. Majority of us are trying to cope mentally and emotionally to adapt to this rapid change in our lives. If you are finding yourself constantly in a state of fear, anxiety, and stress, or overwhelmed, oversleeping or lack of sleep, binging on TV or Netflix, overeating, not eating, drinking alcohol more than usual, crying and feeling helpless, and can't get rid of negative thoughts, constantly complaining and whining, then you are using unhelpful coping mechanisms that will negatively affect your mental health and physical well-being. So what can you do instead? Tip number 1, make your health a priority. Your physical and mental well-being are intertwined. Your body affects your mind and your mind affects your body. How does your body affect your mind? Inactivity will affect the way you feel, your hormones, your mental state, and can lead to depression, in addition to other physiological effects, including weakened immune system, weak bones, blood clots, cardiovascular risks, and development of other diseases. So keep yourself physically active every day, even when you don't feel like it. Because when you start moving, you start changing the way you feel, and all the good hormones will be released to make you feel better. What can you do during this time? Use your garden or the park nearby to exercise in nature. Be in nature as much as you can every day. Get a small trampoline or resistance band to work out, or even simply just dance. Smile at people and say hi while keeping a distance. We are social beings and we need that human connection even when we don't know each other, especially if you are alone during this time. Even that smile will make a difference. So how does your mind affect your body? Your thoughts trigger physiological changes in your body. Negative thoughts and stress, regardless of what it is about, will increase your level of cortisol and adrenaline, increasing blood flow to your muscles, preparing you to fight or flight. Chronic stimulation of your glands will increase inflammation, causing a state of dis-ease, affecting and weakening your immune system over time. The way to change this is through 1. Change your negative pattern of thinking to a positive one. Meditate when you can, because it can help control your thoughts. Number 2, to combat this physiological hormonal response, you need physical action. Go for a run. Use the stairs to go up and down. Any form of cardiovascular exercise will help. Your thoughts are not real most of the time, and living in a state of fear or worrying about the future and focusing on things you can't control will affect your health and your immune system, thus compromising your health. This behavior will not serve you well and also will not change the reality of what we are facing. So what can you do instead? If you are feeling overwhelmed or stressed or afraid, number 1, write down everything that is worrying you. Do something called a brain dump. Number 2, take the things on the list that you can control and have the power over to make a change towards it. There is no point in dwelling on things that are out of your control. Number 3, take action immediately towards the things you can control, as this will work as a feedback mechanism towards what you can do next. Tip number 2, wake up every day and remember your blessings, even when you don't have much. Adapt the mentality and thought of what someone said, every day above ground is a great day. Majority of people are unhappy because they focus on things they don't have and they focus on things they cannot control. Being grateful is so powerful towards having a fulfilled life. So be grateful for where you are now, what you have, for your health, for having eyes you can see with, ears you can hear with, for having arms and legs that you can use, for the people who love you, for the roof on top of your head, for the heart that is beating in your chest tirelessly, keeping you alive. So remember that. Tip number 3, have structure and routine to your day. Since many people's routines and habits have changed radically in a very short period of time and are working from home, it can take a toll on your mental health. So what can you do? Plan and structure your day, including the essentials, that is exercise, nutrition, meditation, and gratitude. Plan the time you want to work and the time for connecting with others via social media or Zoom calls or Skype calls with friends, family, colleagues, or even new people. This will enhance your mental well-being and your productivity. Tip number 4, get creative and stop whining and complaining. It is not helpful to you or anybody else if you keep complaining and whining with no action, as we are all in the same boat. Instead, focus on things you can control and find new ways and solutions to the problems. Be in a mindset of finding solution rather than focusing on the problem. Get creative. As I always said, if you can't find something, create it. Tip number 5, stop panic buying and stockpiling. This is not the time to be selfish, but it's a time for unity. We need to work as one, like every organ and cell in our body, work together to function and fight this disease. The government already said there is more than enough supply for everyone. Restaurants and supermarkets will deliver to everyone. Even if we are on a lockdown, people still can go and buy from the supermarkets. If anything, people will mostly die from the virus rather than the lack of food or households. Think of the people who are most vulnerable in our society and need these supplies more than anyone else. That is the elderly, pregnant women, families with young children, and healthcare. If you keep buying more than you need for the week, then other families, children, elderly will not have what they essentially need. And this virus will keep circulating and more people will get infected because they don't have soaps or sanitizers as you stockpile things just because you're afraid. This is an extremely selfish act, and please be more considerate. If everyone bought what they need for just 1 week, everyone in the community will have enough sanitizers, soaps, and food to fight the virus together. You can still go shopping again for the second week to buy what you need to last you for another week, or order it in or have someone get it. Let's work on this together as one united community, helping those who are most at risk. This is what will make us survive the virus outbreak and keep your elderly and loved ones safe, and will shorten the period of our isolation. Tip number 6, reflect on your life. Now you have more time than ever to reflect on your life, so take advantage of it. Create a life plan that tackles all aspects of your life, from health, businesses, relationship, finances, or habits. Write down where you are right now in life, and also where you want to be and how you want your life to look like. Too many of us have been too busy with work and life that we neglected to evaluate the most important thing, which is our happiness and the joy we can bring in our lives. I want to leave you with this exercise to answer. If you were to die today, what will your present obituary look like? What would be your life story? Your accomplishments? What will people say about you? Write it down in the third person language as you talk about yourself. After finishing your present obituary, I want you to write your future obituary. Write down your life story, or the life story you want to be told about you, your accomplishments of your dreams. What would people say about you? Who were you? What kind of person were you? What kind of person you want to leave this world as? What do you want to leave behind? What is your contribution to the world? If you found this video useful, then please do like and share. And if you have any questions or topics you want me to cover in a future video, then please comment below. I hope you all stay safe, keep your distance, and keep washing your hands. Thank you.